Hey guys, we're back. We got Tayo, we got Selma, we got Wintrigue, we got D Kitty here today. D Kitty, what do you think of Fatal Frame? Do you like it? We had Gorsham hanging out with us yesterday. Oh, I know this area. This is, yeah, I know where this is. Nothing happened. How can I turn on the power? You love the first one, but you never played any others? First one's really hard. So far, this one's a lot easier than that. I know what that is. It's a dark room, and some of the electrical devices is visible on the wall. Tayama defeated Wintrigue. So, D Kitty, the first game is really good, but I found it to be really hard, and it made me mad. Not really mad, but, you know. I had to replay the whole game on stream, or off stream, to be ready in practice to be good at the game. It was that was new. Never had to do that before. So I think the items I'm able to find, I'm seeing, are actually inside this room, but I can't actually get inside this room. So. Anyway, the electrical equipment I'm looking for is back here, I think. Here we go. Turn on the switch. The power in this area has been turned on. Now there's going to be ghosts attacking me. You didn't have enough film, enough items, enough what have you, because holy shit, getting through that game is a nightmare. If you want to see the end of the game, if you hadn't already looked it up, you can find it on my YouTube. Link down below. I have Fatal Frame 1, 2, and 3 on there. I was saying to people yesterday that I actually have a hard time picking a favorite Fatal Frame because the first game is the first game. Like, it sets the stage for what the games are going to be. But it's also clunky as fucking hard. The second game has a fantastic story and atmosphere. The third game does a really good job of building the world up and connecting the three games together. And it's a lot smoother than the other two, I think. And then this game, it's not really connected to the other two. I think other three, it takes place before them, I'm pretty sure. From what I was reading. It's got really cool ghosts. Like, the ghosts are creepy as fuck in this. And the atmosphere is great, but the story kind of, I don't really know what's happening. So that doesn't help. Okay, so we got that, but before we walk there, I'm gonna go and save my game because I haven't saved in a bit and I've done a lot. Now we're on chapter 7, so shit's starting to get difficult. Emphasized by the fact that I can't say the sentence. So guys, last night I posted on the Discord some pictures of my the building across the way from me. At about 3:20 a.m., 3:30, I looked outside and there was a whole bunch of like lights just lined up and down the street, like flashing lights. I was like, what the fuck is this? So I went outside to see, and sure enough, like, there was the smell of smoke or something burning in the air, but I couldn't see anything burning. And there's this woman there, she looked to be roughly my age, a little older. She had a cat carrier out. And, you know, I said to her, I was like, oh, that's smart. The first thing you do is get the cat. And she's like, damn right. She's like, first off, that alarm is super annoying. She hates it. I'm like, I don't blame her. If the alarm's anything like my building. I got Bailey's cat carrier in a spot where I can very quickly grab it and put her in it if anything happens, so we keep her safe. I gotta tell you, one of my biggest fears is losing everything in a fire. Ugh, that just sounds horrible. Give me this. Notice, special examination schedule. Picked up the document. Why didn't you find this last time we were here? As planned, the next 5 patients related to the special examination have been arranged. Examination will take place in the doctor's office. The limited access is essential. Inpatients, 310 Misaki Asuo, 308 Ruka Yamotsuki, 203 Madoka Tsukimori. Outpatients, Marie Shinomiya and Tomoe Nanamura. Those are the 5 girls that were kidnapped, if I remember correctly, and the top 3 are the characters, the other girls that you play as. At the end, a hurriedly scribbled memo is attached. Today's choice for the Kagura's Kanade was bad. Without them, it will just be an ordinary festival. In previous ceremonies of passage, there was much scrutiny over the choice of Kanade, a pure, obedient, sensitive maiden. The mask and the music easily devour these maidens. By nature, the festival decides a community's fate, and we must embrace the seriousness and responsibility of the ritual. We must have perfection in the selection, even if that means there be delays in choosing. Yeah. Sounds like they're just like grabbing random girls from the hospital and being like, here, you guys get to perform this super sacred festival. Enjoy. 20 crystals. Winchig, do you have Luna Sonata syndrome? Okay, well that didn't count as a picture of him, but there's an item over here. Dr. Haibara's note 2. I found a note by the director. The day of the Kagura nears. The Rugetsu Kagura dance will probably once again overflow with guests. Tourists are coming again. The Kagura dance spreads Rugetsu Island's name and has brought in revenue. Lately, preparations below have not been advancing. You have spoken to all of the Kanade, and the true mask of the lunar eclipse is complete. Ah, there's the title drop. We must resurrect the ceremony of passage. The mask of the lunar eclipse made the Shrine Maiden bloom, and she began to destroy the island. Assuming that the day without suffering had arrived, people feared and detested the ritual. But as for the true mask of the lunar eclipse in the ceremony, for the Otsuwa, it may cure my daughter's illness. The mask of the lunar eclipse is my final move in treating Luna Sonata syndrome. In the Rugetsu Kagura, the Otsuwa loses her own sense of self within the mask, and the mask of the lunar eclipse erases all their memories. They are brought to that essential place. Once there, their self returns and floods into them. If the ceremony of passage is successful, the long battle with the Luna Sonata syndrome will end. My wife thought the sickness of our daughter was her fault and took her own life. I have waited a long time from that day. Perhaps I won't have to look at my daughter's unhappy face anymore. There is also this research I've dedicated to my late wife. Why would you kill yourself because your daughter's sick? That seems counterproductive. Anyway, what are you saying hot to, Wintrigue? What is this? Letter from Suya Yamotsuki. After a long time, I have finally completed the mask of the lunar eclipse. I poured my heart and soul into it, and I gave it my everything. My spirit is exhausted. I want to thank you for your help. Lost documents on the ceremony of passage were restored, and the techniques became clear. Above all, I studied the paints that are the key to the mystery of the mask of the lunar eclipse, and gathered all that were necessary. You will surely see the results you wish for the ceremony and the true mask of the lunar eclipse complete. The true mask of the lunar eclipse is by no means the same as the abominable mask of legend, and it will not create the evil day without suffering. The catastrophe was caused by the mask of the lunar eclipse made by Suetsu was complete. Suetsu wrote that this mask will open the gate up to the afterlife. Your implacability bore fruit. I must endeavor to protect the mask until the Rugetsu Kagura. I will not be present for the ceremony of passage, but I'll be praying for its success. Suya Yamotsuki. Alright. So, it sounds like they tried to cut corners with the mask before, and that caused issues in the Luna Sedata, or not the Luna Sedata, the Kagura dance, which led to this day without suffering. I don't know why that's bad. It sounds like it'd be a good day, but apparently it's not. So, we're gonna find out why, or what it is, hopefully, as the game goes on. Wintrig, how do you feel about a day without suffering? No, don't ring at me. Who do you think you are? Assistance Note 4. A notebook is on top of the desk. The lunar eclipse. The ceremony of passage is nearing. The only tradition which remains from the olden days is the old form of the Riketsu Kagera dance. The song pours forth from the mass kanade. The souls of the dead enter the Atsuwa. The primordial dance then that releases these is called the ceremony of passage. The director said preparations have been made for the stage in the underground lunar hall, but the performing handmaidens, songs, chimes, flutes, drums, strings, are those 5 kanade the same? The dancer, is she really a vessel? And what about the ceremony of passage in the midst of the Rigetsu Kagura dance? I can't get rid of the anxiety I have. But I'm beginning to become strongly drawn to the ceremony of passage. It's because I saw the mask of the lunar eclipse. The mask, the soft smile on the brink of tears, the instant anger visible over facing death, the maniac feeling when seeing that mask. I still want to see the dance using this mask. No, I want to be in it myself. It's too late to turn back. Alright, so I don't know exactly. Okay. Separate the weak children out. I don't need any boys. Alright. Boys are not suited for this task. So, Wintrig, what do you think of this this guy? Would you fist fight him? Why is my character like walking like an idiot now? Walk through the door. She failed. You do not like it? What if you got sucked into the Fatal Frame world and your only defense against the dark arts was this camera? How would that make you feel? Was this flashlight camera? So far, his chapters have been the least interesting in the sense that they don't, how to put this? They haven't seemed to really advance the plot yet, but they have given us more information about the actual festival itself. Then you get Snape to teach you more defense against the dark arts. I don't think that you'd do that. I feel like you'd probably fail at that. Since Snape doesn't like teaching defense against the dark arts or potions. He wants to be headmaster. He wants to be head boy. Oh look, there's a save point up here. Hey nurse. See you over there. Act like you on the place. Look, they got shoes here. When you go to the hospital, do you immediately take your shoes off? Do the respect thing. Headmaster, get it? Oh shit! Sex joke. Stream now NSFW. Not safe for Wintrig. Not safe from Wintrig. NSFL. Not safe for life. Not safe for losers. Now safe for losers. So we've actually been through here before, which is why I'm not stopping to explore any of this stuff. It would be nice. I should have gone upstairs actually. Oh. Just to check and see if there are any blue crystals up there. Yeah. Wintrig has no concept of what's okay to... Oh, that's not fair. She was there. I got a picture of her. Anyway, this is where the game wants me to go. Use the key. Wintrig, if you went into the future and found out that you were a star player in the NFL, would you be okay with this? I said Wintrig needs to learn what's okay to enter the stream with. What's okay and what's not okay to entertain streams with. Oh, here's the incinerator they talked about. The discarded documents. Maybe not everything was burned. Alright, first, let's pick this up. Hey, it entertained me. But that's not the point of the stream! True narcissism right there. See, my stream is supposed to entertain you. Right? Like this stream. The streams you're taking part of aren't supposed to necessarily entertain you. That's not the point. The point is to entertain other people. Like D-Kitty. D-Kitty, are you more entertained when you're streaming or when somebody's streaming for you? A file fell. Something fell from inside the garbage bag. The film record of the Regensa Kagura must still be burned. No other record of the dance has ever been recorded or stored before, but this film is strange. At first I thought the film was damaged. However, I confirmed when I watched it one more time that I could clearly see a woman that I had not seen when I was there in person. She seemed to be dancing. I also saw the nurse mixing together somehow, and then I saw the woman much more clearly. Gradually, this woman fades in. When I realized what was occurring, I couldn't believe it myself. I refused to think about it. No more of this footage should be taken, even for verification. Already I am reluctant to be near this film. Without waiting for the director's instruction, I'll use the incinerator out back. What's the FLQ? I haven't heard of that one. You haven't really streamed, but I'd say I'd be entertained by the game if streaming, and by the stream if watching. Exactly, D-Kitty, but the point is, the stream itself is not what's entertaining you. That's the game. You are the entertainer when you're streaming. Or, you know, that's the goal anyway. A garbage bag is inside the rusty incinerator. That's great. Bundle of half-burned letters. Well, they did a half-assed job. A tightly bound pile of letters was left at the bottom. These are addressed to me? Kirishima, it seems you've come to this island for work. Holy shit, there's 27 pages. Alright, guys. Let's buckle in. I've come to Regetsu Island to focus on studying its society. The culture of this island is interesting. It really stands out with its originality. The purpose of my latest research in this island's mask is known that the mask is related to the island's religion. However, there are still many mysteries. This is the year of the Kagura dance, which occurs every decade. Many masks are made for the Kagura. If all goes well, perhaps I will be able to visit the actual place where the island's masks are made. I think I'm going to stay on this island for a while. Remember my little sister Lori? She's also with me. I'm looking forward to this mysterious Kagura. It's completely adapted for tourists. Lori wants to meet you and have a drink together when you come to the island. It's unusual that the natives of this island don't traditionally consume large quantities of alcohol. Kusanagi at University, Assistant Professor Takashi Aiba. The Front de Liberation du Quebec. I gotcha. Blank. First of all, the Kagura mask is part of the ceremony believed to represent God. Traditionally, the form of the god for the coming year is unified with current god during the Kagura dance. However, Regetsu Island's mask is not the face of God. First of all, this island does not believe in a god. Recently, it became known as the Regetsu Kagura dance. However, it was formerly known as the Ceremony of Passage. The name takes its meaning from an old word, which talks of the return of the dead. I think that since masks are put on the faces of the dead, the island's mask perhaps imitates the dead? Covering the faces of the dead with masks, dancing, these customs are rarely ever seen. This mask is the form of death on this island, or perhaps in the form of the dead. If you imagine an unchanging dead face, could this eternal face be the true representation of the island's mask? Proserpinatality. Did the mask used in the Ceremony of Passage have some kind of unique role in the ritual? That is the mask worn by the Utsuwa. The Utsuwa's mask was made before all the other Kagura masks, and the other Kagura masks have different origins. Even among those, I was struck by the prominent presence of the imitation of the lunar eclipse made by the Suetsu Yomitsuki, the mask of the lunar eclipse. They're the ones who put bombs in mailboxes, and that just sounds like her to me. That's hilarious. D-Kitty, that's definitely true. What you don't understand, D-Kitty, is that, what people don't understand about D-Kitty is he's being humble. He's actually a pro Rocket League player. However, the island fell into ruin when the Shrine Maiden wearing the mask of the lunar eclipse bloomed. After this, its existence became taboo on the island, and even mentioning it is frowned upon. The mask-making techniques of Suetsu Zera were lost as a result of that disaster that once occurred. However, other than that, we know nothing of the jet black mask. Now, Suya is trying to revive the advanced mask-making techniques of Suetsu Zera. Just maybe, a part of the mask of the lunar eclipse. I was told that my sister has a mild case of Luna Sonata. After watching the Regetsu Kagura, she might get better. Even so, she'll briefly be hospitalized here. Extended hospitalization was discussed, but only as an extreme and unlikely option. I'll continue to research the masks. I did come to the island to visit, but a black mask. At the time when the dead return, the dead are all the same formless spirits. I cannot imagine the purpose of this mask. What sort of ritual is it that suggests summoning spirits back from the death? From death. Its peaceful smile is like a Buddha statue. However, the Buddha statue should not share the primitive sense of emptiness of this mask. I believed before that they were speaking of death with this mask, but now, it may be that it isn't death, but something else. When I see it, it drags me into the bottom of a deep nothingness. A feeling of dreadful relief floods into me. It's so beautiful. Mask of the lunar eclipse. Even though my eyes were crushed, I still looked. I saw it. It's beautiful. Okay. Interesting. I have a question. Oh, I actually captured it. Excellent. That's 27 pages. It's ridiculous. Anyway. If you get a package in the mail and you see it's from Wintrigue, you return it to sender. No, I leave it, and then I invite Wintrigue over, and then I'll be like, hey, can you open that mail for me? And she'll be like, yeah, alright. And then she'll open it, and it'll blow up. I'll be like, yeah. and then she'll shit her pants. Hey, look, when Drake gets these stone lanterns from the other Fatal Frame games. I think they're popular over in Japan. I don't know about popular, actually. But they definitely show up in a lot of games. Ah, in the tree. 10 more blue crystals! I don't know who did that quote, but I appreciate it. I didn't know Weird Treek was a mortician either. But I am frequently making the NPCs call me a met shit, so it's entirely possible. Somebody did it. Yo, lady, can you give me time, please? I'm just looking around. Stop heart beating at me. Look at these sacred ropes. So what we're looking for is around here. There it is. Let me guess, ghost hand? No, it's a chain power-up lens. Hell yeah, what's this do? Let's look at this. Extends the amount of time available between chains. Alright, you know what? I'll take it. Alright, $1 million idea. Fatal Frame mobile app where you take ghost selfies with your phone camera. So, that's kind of already been done. Not necessarily ghost selfies, but they had the spirit box. Like Pokemon Go, but for like 3 people. They had that spirit box game for the 3DS that I could play, but I'm not going to. The next location-based augmented reality game. But they already have Dragon Quest Walk! Can you, stop dissecting me, please? It's super rude. D Kitty, do you want to play Dragon Quest Walk? Tsubaki Tono's diary. Why would you put a diary here? I came to this island upon Uncle's recommendation. Although I was scared at first, I'm very grateful now. The people at the hospital and the islanders are very kind and have taught me all kinds of things. This year, a festival done once every decade called the Regetsu Kagura will be held. The role of the Utsuwa maiden is to dance in the ceremony, seemingly lifted up by by God in the dance. And I was a little surprised to find out that the islanders had recommended me. Still, the role of the Utsuwa was a rich and beautiful feeling to it, and I was just right for a person around my age, so I decided to accept. To be able to participate in this island's ancient festival is a great honor, and best of all, I think it will be a wonderful opportunity to convey my gratitude. It seems that from now on I'll need to undergo some sort of purification training involving masks. This role is my duty. Oh look, black and film. Sweet. Hey there. She just came to pay her respects, too. See, little things like that are things I like. Like, when I came out of the dialogue there's that ghost in black just standing beside me. She didn't do anything. She was just there, looked at me. Oh, it's weird. Oh, there's 666 damage that time. Oh, he's trying to blow me. What the fuck? Where'd this go? I thought I killed him. Two down. There it goes. Ah, they're back. Do they just... Do they just keep coming back? Am I like unable to kill all these dudes? I don't know if I'm supposed to do this, because there's like way too many of them. This is insane amount of ghosts. Let's just kill them all at once? Well, that's not going to be possible because they rarely ever appear in the same frame as each other. For some reason my camera won't let me shoot more than once. He's back again, he's got full health. Yeah, all three of them are back. I don't think I could fight these. You get a ton of points out of it, though. Seems like there's more now. There's 4 now? Yeah, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I think running away might be an option. Yeah, fuck that shit. How many points did I get there? I'm up to over 600,000 points though. Alright, D-Kitty. Yeah, I got over 625,000 points now. So, alright. Do I ever worry that all the quotes are like dick, butt? No. It just points out that those are the things I happen to say the funniest things about, I guess. And Wintry quoting things that are about her. So it points out a few things. Dick and ass jokes are things that people enjoy, and Piamet is a narcissist. I actually don't understand the how the camera works and why I have to keep putting why I have to keep like deactivating it and reactivating it. What, you disagree? I don't see anything. No. Are you not a narcissist, Wintrig? Let's have a discussion about this. Let's find out. Alright, so Tyler, as the only other person I know that's played Fatal Frame, what are your thoughts on Fatal Frame 4 so far? I think we might be almost done with this guy's chapter. Oh shit, I actually should heal. It's literally no problem using my healing items anymore because looks like a pain in the ass, but you'd still like it. Well, you can always emulate it. You freaking hate waggle though. You don't actually have to waggle for anything. Like, it's better not to know. It's better not to remember. Oh, he's going upstairs now. Anyway, the only thing you actually have to waggle the controller for is if you want to do that. So, get him to turn around quickly, which you can't do when you actually have the weapon out anyway, so it almost never has to happen. Man, he's really after this guy. What if you find out that you are Haibara? You is Haibara would be an accurate statement as well, I guess. He's leading us back to the other part of the hospital. There's no response. Yeah, they all had like this kind of perspective, you're right. Alright, so we're gonna go in these rooms here if we can and just see if there's any items we can pick up. It's weird because with this character, we're now getting back to the other part of the hospital where you are with the girls. And with the girls, one of them just got to this part of the hospital where he hangs out. So, it's kind of neat to see them do that. Alright, so we're going in here not to hunt anything particularly, but because there could be blue crystals. And I want blue crystals. I should pause this though.